stupid, and I'm going to.
You have a whole ass trophy on the ground?
Yeah.
Hey, XQC, I would counter that though by saying, so if it's so insignificant and it's why does it seem like there's so much attention and so much like, you know, care with that community when it's just like, for example, put it like this, think about anything in the world. If something was like 0.5% or 1% of what was going on.
They're right here. They're talking about trans issues. XQC's hitting the age-old Hasan line, being like, people only care about this because they're made to care about it. It's not that significant altogether. And the only reason why people are talking about it is because they just like need something to yell about.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be major statutes and huge
And
amount of donations.
apparently he does a pretty good job defending it.
The world would change just to appease a 1%. It would be like, hey, listen, we're going to try to do things to help that 1%, but it's still a minority. I guess when it comes to trans individuals, it almost feels like it's the only minority that feels like a majority. And this is where like African Americans come in, because they're like, shit, yeah, we're a minority, but we never felt like a majority. We never felt like people had to, and I mean, at times it was that, but it was like, we had to stop the world. We had to show the whole George Floyd or whatever the case is, like, hey, listen, this is unacceptable. While when it comes to like trans individuals, it's like everyone's kind of
let me tell you why.
I'm gonna let you go, but again, back on my thing, I just think like, if you're a kid, bro, you don't really remember, but as a kid, you have like your brain is like a sponge, right? So like, I just think like if you're so much more normal, like, or you're learning so much shit, but like Disney, for example, is pushing like men's in skirts to be walking around and shit. Just let the kids be kids, let them do what they want to do. And if they want to be 18 and do whatever they want to do when they're 18, that's fine. Like if they're like near, but if they're near like 17, they know what they want to do, cool. But my thing is like, if you're a child, bro, like you shouldn't be like going to the doctors and getting like, even like considerate, like it should be pushed. Like, oh, let's make you change genders. I don't know. It's just what I see.
The problem.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's like, hey, dude, how about we leave this to the doctors? I'm gonna go ahead and say the controversial take here, which is, how about we leave these decisions to the medical professionals and not motherfucking Adin Ross? Okay, like, if you find yourself ever agreeing with a dude who does not know how to read and does not know what most normal words are, not like complicated words, but just like regular ass normal words, you really have to reconsider your stance. Okay? If Adin Ross came out and was like, drinking water is good for you, that would make me second guess myself. I would be like, is it actually, or is it poison? I don't know. Adin Ross seems to think so, so I got to double check. He might accidentally arrive at the correct point on an issue, maybe every now and then, but I'd still double check. But what do I know? I love the idea that you can be a guy famous for being a dumbass, okay? Just like famous for being objectively a dumb guy that even other dumb guys look at and go, that's a dumb guy. Pretty funny how dumb he is, am I right? And still think that what you have to say on a particular issue has value. Not only value, but actually is probably smarter and more thoughtful than the actual medical professionals. What a beautiful time to be alive.
The problem is that both sides, right and left, are putting a megaphone on small stuff, and that's what where the real problem is. Okay,
but it's a big problem.
It's a problem, and by doing what you're doing, you're making it a worse problem, and you're causing no healing. You're causing more damage. So that the right wing's been doing a lot. They take like out of like hundreds of thousands of trans people, right? One or two in the entire country had taken like HRT or whatever, and they will take that one case, one that was like crazy, and the person was like suffering from like major depression because they weren't getting what they wanted, and it'll be and they'll take a megaphone, they'll put on, they'll be like, dude, these people are fucking changing their fucking gender like at like 8 and they're gonna fucking die. Like, okay,
I'm not saying that,
that's one person. You made it a problem. It wasn't a problem then. You made it a problem. You're putting a megaphone on it.
It's a problem now because
he's right. He's saying that there are here. Let me clarify what XQC is saying if you didn't understand. He's saying that detransitioners are phenomenally rare. Trans people are rare to begin with, statistically, but detransitioners are even rarer. So we're talking about like the 0.1% of the 1%, and hyper focusing on the 0.1% of the 1%, especially when that 1%, 99% of the time is getting phenomenal medical care by healthcare professionals who have made these decisions for them, that it is ridiculous, and you are exacerbating the problem by hyper-focusing on the edge cases.
Because it's giving kids ideas of like false shit. Like you see now, hold on, you see Disney, for example.
I think Adin Ross talking about giving kids bad ideas is the funniest moment of this entire program. Like, here's a guy who is the exact opposite person who should be talking about who's giving kids bad ideas, okay? The notion, the absolute notion that Adin Ross knows what's best for children is ridiculous. Oh my God. The website that he's promoting right behind him has ruined the brains of an entire generation. Okay? Straight up. Straight the fuck up. The dude who he dick rides into oblivion, Andrew Tate, has destroyed the brains of an entire generation.
When do we start watching Disney? 3, 4, etc. Right? Disney, for example, push, and act. I mean, and you know, my thing is acts like back when I was in school, you know, back when I was in middle school, high school, I would have like transgenders in my class. So that's how you know. And I asked my parents, like, yo, mom, pop, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you see this in your class? Like, nah. And even my other older siblings, it's the same shit. So it's like it's becoming more and more normalized to do it as a child rather than waiting till adultery. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's
waiting till you don't wait for things that you feel like.
You don't feel, but if I believe in the Tooth Fairy and superheroes, why would I be allowed to believe something? It's like I have an imaginary mind. It's like, wait a little bit. And
yeah, no, he's right. This is why when someone has child leukemia, okay, and they go to the doctor and the doctor's like, you have leukemia, my child, you have leukemia. We must treat you immediately. I like to hear from a third option, from a third guy. Like, I don't know, like a fucking cake streamer. And I'm like, hold on, BRB doctor, man. Let me go check in with Adin Ross. Well, he says, I believe in the Tooth Fairy, and therefore I can't get this medical treatment. That's how stupid this conversation is. And yet we don't think like trans healthcare is somehow real healthcare across the board. So we've decided collectively that like, yeah, no, these medical decisions should not be kept between the patient, the patient's parents, if the patient is underage, and the doctor. But instead, these medical decisions should be taken up with the patient's parents, the doctor, and also Adin Ross, and maybe some right-wing religious legislators. Your trans propaganda finally got to me, and now I want to be trans. I have been in America my whole life and never got good health care. Maybe if I transition, I can see this mythical, decent health care. Just kidding. I'm very much for trans rights and don't believe in right-wing talking points. I really thought this dude was about to say, I'm transitioning to be a subscriber so that I no longer see the top of the hour ad break. And I thought that that would have been fire. I thought that would have been a fire. Here, I fixed it up for you, okay? Instead, you should have said, your propaganda on trans issues has finally got to me. I am now transitioning to be a subscriber by subscribing for $5 a month or for free with a Twitch Prime and no longer seeing the motherfucking ad break at the top of the hour. This is exactly what the derailing of Roe v. Wade protections was always going to lead to. Let's be real. Yeah, I absolutely hate this conversation so much where it's like, yeah, we need to actually make these medical decisions ourselves. You know what I mean? We got to get the whole village involved, okay? Including the dumbest guy in the fucking village, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? The possibility that children might be having an identity imposed upon them that's LGBTQ is valid, just as LGBTQ say that our heteronormative values impose identities on children. Overall, I agree to have info more normalized, but no one should be identifying as anything other than a dependent as a minor. What the fuck do you mean by comparing this to a child having leukemia? Yeah, you're right. Like, for example, when you're like, I'm a boy, someone should come in, if you're a cis boy, right? If you're like 14 and you say, I'm a boy, someone should come and smack the shit out of you to be like, no, you're not. You're nothing. Which is ironic because that's like kind of an extreme case where like some people on the ostensibly on the left will advocate to do like no gender norms whatsoever until you're 18. So love that. Love that for you. Thank you for that take. Thank you for arriving at a position in queer theory that even I don't agree with to a certain degree. Because I feel like contextualizing, or rather conceptualizing certain aspects of existence is not the worst possible thing. You know what I mean? My man said, you're non-binary until you're 18. Okay? After 18, you get to choose. That's cool. That's cool. I had not heard that take. Okay? Chatter understood 0% of that joke. Yeah, because I'm not actually fucking making a joke for him to understand how silly his take was. I'm making a joke for you.
Instead, maybe of just going straight to jump to that, maybe we do some therapy. Maybe we try to sit down.
So you're telling me that you believed in Santa all the way till you're probably like 14, but people are wrong.
Hasan's HRT dealer. Thank you for the 10 community gifted subs.
For thinking that, oh, maybe I'm a girl instead. I went there 14 too.
When I was 14, I was still fucking thinking of crazy shit. I was still like abnormal stuff. I think when you become an adult, bro, that's when you know the most. It just hits you, bro. Like when you're an adult.
Bro, you're an adult. You still don't know anything. So you are living, breathing proof that like, no, even as adults, okay, even as adults, you might not know a lot, okay? Kid Nation producer, thank you for the 10 gifted. Yeah, doctors and actual science in general seemingly completely losing all standing in society. It looks like we should return to draining bad blood and asking the shaman for shrooms. Yup. So essentially he's saying wanting to be trans is crazy shit. Yeah, exactly. Which is always, I love hearing from Adin Ross what kind of medical decisions medical healthcare professionals should be taking with their patients, because like that's the guy who knows better, I think.
Even close to adult, like even like 17, 16 maybe, like it's different for everybody, but bro, like it's just
yes, but you're not making permanent decisions on what you're feeling when you're young. They don't let you do that for like 99.99999% of the time. You're not gonna fuck your life up because you feel those ways or you think those ways. They only let you when you're 18.
That's not true.
Brother.
Look at and I'm gonna bring it up. Dwayne Wade's child, for example. I think she's 12 or whatever. And again, that's his own kid. I'm not gonna get. I'm just giving you an example of something that's kind of like known out there. There's also many I could pull examples of if I wanted to do my research. My thing is this.
Like, I know all the trans people. I know all the trans children. I got a list. Hold up. Hold up. Let me pull up my list of trans children. Okay, I got it. There are many examples. Okay, I see it all the time.
Bro, it's like, just wait. And if you still feel that way all the way to 18, okay, be yourself, do you.
Who's that person? Who's that?
Dwayne Wade.
Wait, what? He's like, unironically, this is my favorite genre of right-wing sentiment, but it's just like a dumb guy sentiment in general, but usually promoted by the right, which is stating what currently happens as a new idea while you are against the position. Like it is, you're defending something, okay? No trans healthcare whatsoever until you're 18, while simultaneously directly explaining as a suggestion, okay, Hasan, if you're gay, just say it. Well, I did clap your dad's ass cheeks last night, so I guess that makes me a little gay. Makes your dad gay too, though. Dumbass. Being gay, just say it. What are you, 12? What the fuck kind of dumbass shit is this? How is this a diss to a 32-year-old whole ass man, brother? How? You think I have that same sexual anxieties and hangups that you have? I'm 32 years old. The fuck do you mean? It is ridiculous. Bro, yes, you're projecting. Of course, I'm watching Adin Ross, so clearly the fandom is out in droves. People that think like we make gay jokes here in this community. That's how fucking played out it is that like a very sizable queer community objectively makes like ironic gay jokes. That's how fucking past that point we are as a society, I think. Unless you're like literally 16, 17 years old and like kind of worried you might be a little gay, you know? If this chatter is stuck online, you've already won. Since his dad is the bottom by internet law, that's what I mean. Well, his dad bottom for me. He was like, I'm doing booty boot camp, Hasan. You know, what about projecting? Can you ever experience anything other than your own perspective? Oh, we are stuck in our own selves. Oh, so everything I say or learn, do is literally going to be a projection of my own experience. Wow, everything's a projection, then nothing is. Ah, what? Anyway, let's continue.
Dwayne Wade?
Correct.
So what happened with them?
No, I'm sure I could find more. I think.
What happened with them? Like what is the story? You're just saying names. I don't know what happened with them.
I'm giving you an example of
what happened with them, though.
Oh, but the thing before I respond to the troll, the thing I was gonna say is Adin Ross said right there. Adin Ross said right there that like if a kid feels like they're trans, and then like all the way up until 18 where they still feel like they're trans, like then they should get medical care. And it's like, no, they get medical care early on. There is a concept called puberty blockers specifically for the thing that he's mentioning, which is, which basically puts a pause on your puberty. Okay. And then when you're 18, you can get more medical intervention and be able to consent to it as an adult. So what he's describing in the circumstances, unironically, what currently happens, like what is currently happening. Okay? Like irreversible medical intervention is hyper rare and only happens with strict medical scrutiny in general. Okay?
I'm saying they became trans at a very young age.
They became trans? Did they take HRTs or whatever?
I'm not that, I don't know. But they became...
If they're not on HRTs, they can say that they're Iron Man or Optimus Prime.
Trans people exist. Why should they wait until they're 18? Trans people exist. Why should they wait until they're 18? They're not waiting. They're technically starting the process of medical intervention in the hypothetical that I described to you. That is what happens in the real world. Like that is a part of the medical intervention. This is, as it stands, the best possible way that medical intervention works, the most successful, most reliable way that medical intervention works. I am not going to sit here and act like I know better than the healthcare professionals. I don't know why you think that you can make the argument from the other direction on what people that are more knowledgeable than us, especially because of the obvious downsides as well. There are obvious downsides to every medical decision being made. That's why you see a litany of side effects on all the pharmaceutical commercials that you see on television, which shouldn't exist to begin with. There should be no pharmaceutical commercials, but that's besides the point. So every single healthcare decision that a patient makes with the advice of their doctor is one that can potentially lead to negative side effects or foreseeable consequences down the line, even if it is statistically not likely. Okay? This is a decision that we make with every healthcare decision that we make. Okay? This is a likelihood with every healthcare decision that we make. That's why you weigh the pros against the cons. That's it. The reason why I am not going to sit here and be like, I know better than fucking academia that studies this and also the professionals that know better than me is because they have weighed the pros and cons. An example I can use with with HRT, with a form of HRT is what I take. I take Propecia, right? Finasteride. Finasteride is a DHT hormone blocker. I take it because when your body produces DHT, a specific type of testosterone, it ends up closing up your hairline, your follicles on the top of your dome. Okay? Now, there are many side effects to potentially taking Propecia. Luckily, I have not seen those side effects. Okay? But there are still side effects, and it's a decision that I made as an adult. It's a conscious decision that I made as an adult after consulting a healthcare professional. Okay? That's it.
And nobody gives a fuck.
No. But just look into it. I'm informed.
I did. Chat says that
So you are a doctor, are you? Yes, dude. Every time you take a pill, you're technically a doctor. That's what I meant. That's why I said. That's why I said personally that you should make these medical decisions after consulting a medical professional.
They haven't taken HRT, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm misinformed on that specific individual, so I'm not going to speak on it.
So I asked you to name an example. I asked you to give me an example. You gave me a wrong one.
So you're saying, HasanAbi, are you trans because you don't have hair? I don't get it. No, dummy. Hormone replacement therapy falls under it's a broad category. Many people do gender confirming. Many people take gender confirming drugs. This is one aspect of that. Cis men, cis women, trans men, trans women, non-binary people, they all sometimes, depending on their age, depending on their circumstances, depending on what they want, will engage in gender affirming medical decisions. Joe Rogan is a longtime champion of TRT. TRT is technically HRT. Testosterone replacement therapy is hormone replacement therapy. Joe Rogan, who is an advocate for TRT, also happens to be responsible for a lot of the anti-trans discourse. But that's how this works. Yeah. Boob jobs, nose jobs, all matter of different reconstructive surgery. It all falls under gender affirmation. I'm a cis woman who takes BC with extra estrogen.
One. So you're one of one in the wrong. Just give me one correct one.
It's still wrong, brother.
What?
When you are, it's still. I didn't say specifically HRT for that specific one. I never said that. I didn't know. I said I don't know. I'm misinformed on it. All I'm saying is that person is a child, and I just think that they should wait years and years and years before they really jump down a road they don't know what they're going into.
Brother, when I was young, I thought I could have multiple girlfriends, and for years I had 2 girlfriends at a time, sometimes 3, right? And is that a good thing? Well, no, it's not. Most people are monogamous, right? And I understood with life that, hey, that's not how you're really supposed to do things, right? And then after when I grew up, I stopped doing that. Well, I mean, not really, but I stopped doing that.
But that's not the same thing as what I'm saying.
You're not causing permanent damage on yourself, though. Unless you're on like HRTs and you're fucking your body up and making modifications, you will recover from your thoughts. When I was a kid, I thought I was a doctor. I thought I was a superhero, right? I wore a cape sometimes at school. I wore a cape. Does that mean that when I'm 18, I become brain dead? No, it doesn't do anything. Let people be people.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Then let them think that they're a girl or whatever for 2 or 3 years until they, you know what? Maybe I was just feeling a certain way and then past it.
I just think it's hold on. I just think it's abnormally getting a little bit weird when we're pushing on our kids, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody's pushing other than though.
It is. There's agendas being pushed on kids, like.
Oh yeah, dude. There's agendas being pushed on kids. Book. By the way, book. On God, we're gonna make it, boys.
Like what I'm saying, for sure, 100%. Disney is 100%.
The agenda tells them that if they feel those ways, they're not.
I think Train put up a photo. Nah, that's just how he is, bro. When he's listening intently, it does look like a static image.
Completely wrong, or to be ostracized, and they're not gonna fucking kill themselves. It's not like, yes, it's a little bit overbearing, and I get that. It's a little bit too much, but it's the mentality isn't wrong.
What about when a Target's kids section had like an LGBTQ plus?
This is my favorite argument. Yes. Yeah, bro. I saw a rainbow bathing suit for a kid, and immediately I was like, I can't wait to suck a penis, dude. I'm a kid. I go to Target. I see rainbow colored short shorts, and I'm like, damn, time to do some gay shit, dude. No, that's not how this works at all. That's not how anything works. It's so fucking stupid. It's such a fucking, you have to be the dumbest guy to believe this, okay? I'm sorry. You literally have to be the dumbest guy to believe this, or you're gay. Is one of the two, one or the other. You're gay and you don't recognize that you're gay, and you kind of like are scared about that reality. Because the reality is many people are gay, okay? I don't know what the exact percentage is. It seems to have diminished on the graph of like people who are coming out as gay in the Gen Z and Gen A, or coming out as queer in general, okay? And it's going to be the same exact thing as like left-handed people in society, okay? The problem, however, is that like a lot of people in the past, at least, thought that was like fucked up or immoral or degenerate or bad or wrong or evil, and therefore they didn't fully understand it. You don't become gay because you saw gay shit. You just are gay, and then when you see gay shit, you go, oh, that's actually appropriate and acceptable. That's what a lot of people are mad about, okay? That's what a lot of people are mad about, that they have this like underlying resentment. That's it. That's the whole reason why, that's the big secret, in my opinion. The whole reason why the right wing wants to stop that from being out there is because they don't want anyone to come to that recognition that they are queer, because they think that being queer is wrong and bad and immoral and going to, I guess, ruin Western civilization or whatever the fuck. That's it.
Thing, like for the kids section. You know, when you're a kid,
don't shop there if you don't want to shop there. If you don't feel LGBTQ, you don't go there. Like
XQC, Target is an American thing, bro. We all shop at Target. Stop.
Yo, X, stop the cat, bro.
Come on, bro. Like, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh, God. He's getting, oh, God. But couldn't it be that schools have been brainwashing children to think they have to be trans to fit in? As in by promoting trans ideology? No, dude, I don't think so. Okay, I don't. That's an insane thing to think. I apologize for making fun of you, but you're out of your fucking mind, okay? They have to be trans to fit in? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What percentage of the population do you think is trans? What a gathering of the minds. Yeah. Also, haven't you been following the scandal, the UK gender clinic, and now they've been closed down because they failed children by making them take puberty blockers, according to what I heard? Yeah, dude, I'm sure what you heard is great. Chatter thinks like at least a majority of children in school are trans.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't care if niggas want to think they're airplane, they want to think they a man, woman, kangaroo. Do your thing.
Exactly.
I definitely believe that we got.
By the way, for the record, people saying like the whole notion that like people will just become trans or like fake being trans just to fit in is exactly the same arguments made about people coming out as gay in the 90s when that was when being trans was not even like considered really all that much. It was way more invisible, but like that was the thing that the right wing resisted the most. People would just be like, I'm gay. You know, there was media representation for gay people. It was becoming more of like a popular thing. It sounds so funny to talk about it now in 2024 because you're like, what the fuck do you mean? Like gay representation? Like what? You don't even think about it because it is the norm in society. It has become the norm in society. And for that reason, it sounds so crazy, but the arguments are identical. The arguments against trans people are the exact same arguments that were presented against gay people in the 90s, in the 80s, and in the early 2000s as well. I think one big talking point is that children transitioning in my state's healthcare didn't want to integrate trans healthcare until last year and I had to wait until the late 20s.
Gotta let kids can't choose to go in the military, can't drink, can't do a lot of things until they at least turn 18 or maybe 21.
Okay.
Do you think kids can't get healthcare because they can't sign up to join the military? Yeah, there's a lot of things that kids can't make decisions on their own, and yet, obviously, it would be fucking insane to say that they can't do this as well. Okay? I feel like there's a little bit of a difference between joining the motherfucking military, even though kids do join ROTC or JROTC and shit like that, and that probably... I don't know, shouldn't happen. But that doesn't change the reality that like medical intervention does occur with children. Like the idea that like we can't treat children until they get to the age of 18 is so fucking funny to me. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, were you in a car wreck? Well, sorry, you're 16 years old. I can't do medical intervention to save your life. It's so dumb. Yeah, no glasses for you. Okay. Sorry. You're 13. Can't give you glasses.
Man, don't just seep it into shit. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just start putting into the curriculum to, influence them to go away.
Seems more of an elective surgery though, not the same. See, this is where you're wrong. And I don't know if I can actually get you to understand that you're wrong, because this, in my opinion, the way I see it, is in no way, shape, or form any different than you being like, yeah, I think like medical intervention for children is elective. Like pick whatever medical intervention you think is elective and say that it's elective and then argue vociferously on it. It's the same exact thing. You don't know better than the healthcare professionals. That's the appropriate healthcare professional. I'm not talking about some fucking random chiropractor, okay? That's the issue. Everything that I've read on it shows that medical intervention in the form of puberty blockers with parental consent and with rigorous, strict medical professional supervision is actually pretty good in saving teenagers' lives, okay? Especially considering the fact that puberty blockers can be given to teenagers for a litany of different issues aside from trans medical care. implies that there is definitely utility for it, and people do actually engage in this medical intervention on a regular frequency, not just for trans people. The difference is, however, you think being trans is just a mindset and is just a choice. And that is the major point of contention here. That's it. I don't believe that.
Because I'll be honest with you, as a kid, everybody's insecure. Everybody's looking for acceptance. Everybody just doesn't really know what's going on.
Okay,
and
they don't permit you to do the things you're talking about, though.
Like here's the thing: if a kid is suicidal, like is experiencing clinical depression, okay, and a doctor says we have to medicate this person, or they're going to fucking kill themselves, okay. DJ Academics is like, oh, kids are just insecure. Fuck it, YOLO. We can't be doing nothing about it. That's insane. That's an insane thing to say. Okay? Objectively, especially coming from DJ Academics and Adin Ross. Can you imagine any other circumstance? Can you imagine any other fucking circumstance where we're just like objectively the dumbest motherfuckers in society are just sitting around being like, we have a say in this process. What we have to say here, without any information whatsoever, without any reading done whatsoever, even if we had done the reading, we still would not be as knowledgeable as the fucking people that make these decisions, the healthcare professionals, obviously. Okay? I really can't think of any other circumstance. The reason why we have this debate on trans issues, however, is because it's because of a multitude of different reasons. One, because we just no longer trust, academic research. We no longer trust that, healthcare professionals know more than we do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a litany of different reasons as to why we feel like we are confident to have these conversations ourselves and like genuinely try to move the needle in one direction or the other.
You're not causing permanent damage to somebody. They're not on HRTs.
Maybe it's just Ohio, but isn't coming out as trans or even gay still unfortunately a social negative despite the media push? So who would do it to be popular? Exactly. In spite of the supposed quote unquote media push, there is like very little trans acceptance in general. Where's your evidence for suicidal tendencies of those kids in academia? You actually bring that onto the table. Also, are you biased towards that? Or are you willing to listen to the other side who disputes the suicidal evidence? Open conversation should be allowed on this. JBP also disputed this. What do you mean? Do you think kids don't have suicidal tendencies? I'm talking about like clinical depression. Do we just automatically assume that like kids can't get fucking unhealthy? Can't have a chemical imbalance? Can't have like genetic predisposition? What's going on here? Like, are we unironically making the argument now that like we cannot do medical intervention to children? Like, is that just the entire field, an entire field in medicine dedicated specifically to from babies all the way to fucking 18-year-olds gone? Abolish it. Why? Because I said so. Fuck you. That's a psychotic fucking approach to society. We are regressing. Okay?
Brother, they're not doing bodily modifications that they're not allowed to do. These things, if it's not true, if it's just a fad or a phase, it'll fade away, dude. It is what it is. When I was young, I was wearing fucking pink fucking wristbands all the time, and I had girls do me little bracelets. And you know, I stopped doing that. I don't feel that way.
That's way different.
Because where they're trying to push it is to have kids be on some of these hormones.
Give me examples. Like, give me statistics.
Wait,
give me statistics and give me fucking examples.
No. Yo, XQC. It's not about statistics. It's about trying to stop or reverse, like, a trend that we're seeing happen. They want these kids to try to, make these decisions before, they're really
Yeah, bro. Children are just like, yo, doctor, time to fucking hit me with that trans beam, baby. And then the doctor's like, all right, well, the Democrat government forced my hand. If I don't do this, they'll kill me. It's like so many faulty premises here, okay? Like a litany of just unimaginably false premises being thrown out in rapid fire succession, okay? One, what are these fucking trends? Okay, let me try to tackle some of the underlying premises here. One, people are becoming trans because it's popular, it's trendy. Ridiculous. It's not trendy to be trans, okay? And not only that, but you don't just become trans, according to all available medical research on the matter. You don't become trans, you are trans. It's the same as being gay. You don't become gay, you are gay, okay? So that's number one. Number two, the notion that like children cannot have any kind of because children are not sound of mind and are not adults, that they cannot have a say in any kind of medical intervention is also ridiculous. There are a million different circumstances in which children need medical intervention, and doctors and consenting parents make this decision, okay? Alongside with the patient, depending on how old they are. Ridiculous to act like this is a situation where someone's like, I saw SpongeBob and he was acting a little zesty, so I think I'm trans now, okay? And I'm trans because it's very popular. Boop, boop, boop. Let me go over to my doctor's office and fucking tell him I'm trans now. You have to give me HRT. And then the doctor's like, sorry, if I don't shoot you with the fucking trans gun, then I will be killed by the liberal government. Like, you are living in an entirely different reality if these are the opinions that you have. Okay? To quote you, I can't say what I want to do to people like this, but you can't stop me from thinking it. I mean, yeah. Don't you think that there's a certain age where children's decisions aren't based on solely what they want, an age where it's too early to decide such things? I mean, it depends on what the decision is, okay? Children decide things that are not in their best interest all the time. You have to weigh the pros and cons. I don't know why we're having this conversation like doctors are beaming trans lasers at like 3-year-olds who just stop saying goo goo gaga, okay? That's why this is not a decision being made. That's why this is not a decision being made by like a 4-year-old on their own, and actually a whole ass adult medical professional. That's why there is research on the matter.
Of age.
Wait, bro. What trend? What statistics? What exam? I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I think you're talking about the, like one person who did something, and then the whole right wing went to, this is killing our kids. It's like one guy out of the middle of fucking in Wisconsin or some shit like that. It was on drugs, some shit like that.
That's the major problem here. Like I said, is that this is not like this is not something that a person, a child, or an adult does for fun. You know what I mean? Or to get attention. Okay? And that's the way it is always presented, as though someone just goes, you say that doctors don't beam trans lasers at babies, but if they're born intersex, sometimes they do. It's funny how the medical abuse of intersex people isn't a concern for these transphobic state of children. Oh, yeah, that's the other part of it. Yeah, the only time when like doctors actually do medical intervention and do not leave it up to the patient even at all is unironically when they're like, all right, I got to pick and choose here. Seems like this one's going to be a boy. And then they do take life-altering medical intervention like immediately.
that. Chill. Nobody's killing anybody. Dude, like this it's not a problem. It is because you're making it a problem.
Okay. My thing is when you said don't shop there, when I said Target where everyone goes, you know, when you're a parent, you want.
Yeah, by the way, that argument is also silly. Like the don't shop there argument is also silly because it's like just like I mean, XQ could have had a better argument there, which is that like when you were a kid, did you see any gay stuff? Yes or no? Okay, if yes, are you gay? No? Okay, well, there you go. It didn't work. And if the argument is yes, you saw gay stuff and you felt gay, then yeah, you're gay. That's it. Hey, can you explain the concept of transness? I know you always say something about gender is the clothes you wear on your skin. Can you please explain that? Don't hate me. I am trying to learn, says Popo Piker. There's a difference in gender and sex. Like, gender is simply an expression. It is a socially defined construct. It is a way that you express yourself. There are biological markers associated with it to a certain degree, but gender in and of itself is a completely socially defined thing. That's why gender norms are very different in every other society. That's why gender norms have been different throughout time. Everything that you do as your gender expression is performative. Everything. You choose to wear clothes a certain way, that's a performance. My mom introduced me to a gay couple when I was like 7, 8, didn't turn gay. Keckle. I remember being confused why she felt the need to tell me they were gay. Yeah. Men used to wear fucking powdered ass wigs, put on full face of makeup, wear goddamn long ass boots, okay, high heels. Boys used to wear dresses and have long hair. The color assignment of pink and blue was different as well. All of this stuff has changed throughout time. But because of the limitations of human cognitive capabilities, we oftentimes look at what's right in front of us and what's being beamed into our brain since birth and think this is how it's always been and this is how it always should be. This is a genuine issue with conservatism. The more conservative you are, the more reactionary you are, the more resistance you are to any kind of change, and the less open-minded you are to the realities that it was different in the past and it will be different in the future. It's different right now in different countries, but nobody ever thinks about that. It's just that we lack the imagination, or rather the cognitive capability of understanding that like gender in the way that we see it is so fucking different than gender in the way that like a Korean person sees it. Ridiculousness, utter ridiculousness. Look at these pics from medieval times, even in Europe. Yeah. Yo, what up? PeachJars is here. Speaking of gender.
To be able to sit down your child when it's time and explain what certain things are. I just think it's wrong. No, for real. I think it's wrong when school teaches you about politics and sexuality shit. I think it's really wrong. I think when you're a parent, that's when you sit your child down and that's when you really explain about life.
Yes,
do you agree
Adin.
with that?
Yes, Adin.
Okay.
But society already does that because it's
Oh,
ingrained into the more traditional way. Society already shows you that.
We're currently watching XQC actually put up a pretty strong defense at the behest of trans teenagers and gender affirmation, medical intervention.
You know what's funny is I opened up your stream while I was in the car, and I was thinking to myself, you could never pay me a certain amount of money to open up a clip that has all these people's names and the title, but yet here you are listening to it and dissecting it. Anyways,
I mean, it is actually remarkable in many ways because one, XQC is doing better than I would have expected and is like more open-minded than I would have thought. And yeah, no, it's actually more entertaining than I thought it was.
Before we get into this very insane. Good to see you.
Yeah, hi.
You look great.
You too.
I wanted to redeem what I got you.
No.
And no. So this one won't spray all over you. I was the one who got him that squishy toy.
This one's heavier.
Oops. I got you one that it won't explode. There's nothing in there that will make it come on you. It felt like whenever I saw the clip, I was like, oh my God, this looks like an assassination attempt that I tried on you. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that, I promise. This is
madness that you brought me another one of these, knowing full well that I can't stop myself from squishing it.
Well, that one won't explode. I told you. Will has one. He's used it for a while.
Yeah, but
isn't that one nice?
Will doesn't have the grip strength that I do, I guess.
Do you want to say that?
Yeah, I do want to say it. I'm squeezing that shit so hard. I'm squeezing it. I got lotion on it.
Is that the emote? They got an emote?
Oh yeah, there is one. Yeah, here it is.
That's good.
Hasan. Oh God, why is it like weirdly sticky as well? Already?
Well, I mean, I flew from Austin. I don't know who pissed on it in the meantime. Kaya, come here. Hello, sweet Princess Angel. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to learn. I would love to see XQC doing a good job. That's exactly what I wanted this morning whenever I woke up.
Okay, I'm glad that you got me the cheap shit last time, and finally we got the good
it's the same
shit.
Brand.
Now we got the good shit.
It was the same price. Are you happy now?
I am. Oh God, look at this. You see this?
I don't know what. No, let me see.
It's got like.
Are you sure that's just not left over on your own hand?
No, it's
yeah,
like
because it's
sticky.
definitely not on here.
Yeah, because I took it all off of it.
No, I think that was just leftovers on yours.
Ugh.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, look.
What were you doing before I got here?
This is what gets me going. Watching XQC debate trans rights.
Here you go.
Tell her, is this either this or Joe Rogan? I feel like you would. I feel like Peach would probably choose Joe Rogan here in this instead of this.
I've never listened to that man talk either because I save my mental health. Unlike you.
Yeah.
And those things in the more heterosexual way, because you are that, you're not seeing it, and you don't identify that. But because there's a few examples of non-hetero things. Oh my God, they're putting. You say 20 movies about girls kissing guys. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're in dating time. One guy kiss another guy. Oh my God, the agenda, gays. Relax, brother. It's not that big of a fucking deal. Christ, that's insane.
I also play the role of XQC translator because he speaks in an ancient language called Pepegon. So what he's saying here is that seeing homosexual acts on television as a child or as an adult is not going to convince you to become homosexual because you are actually just simply gay or you're not.
You're making it a problem. Like, they're not pushing an agenda. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
So you don't think putting gay LGBTQ in the kids section of Target? You could put in the regular section of Target. Cool, that's fine.
Is it though? Why would that be fine? Because I feel like if the right wing got mad at that, Adin would also be mad at that as well. It's just all a matter of like responding to stimuli for this man. Okay, barely a man.
So this man just said put gay stuff in a separate section of Target.
No, he's mad that like, well, he's not really. He's just repeating things that he's heard like a child, because he has a child's brain. But basically, what he is saying is what conservative adults have said, who also have childlike brains. But it's really fucked up that there is a queer pride section at Target that features both adult clothes for pride, but also child's clothes that have like a rainbow on it or something of that nature. Why is this a problem? Because it is the agenda that they are promoting. Who's they? We don't know, but they are promoting an agenda to make children queer. Yeah. Does Adin Ross get weirded out when he sees Ken and Barbie being sold together? Does he know they fuck? I don't think he knows things. But yeah, this is it. Target becomes latest company to suffer backlash for LGBTQ plus support. Pulls some Pride Month clothing.
What's confusing me is that's kind of true. Like these same people don't get mad like whenever kids are like, we're gonna play house and we're married. Like,
yeah, because that's good and normal. And red-blooded Americans do it.
I stopped scratching you for 2 seconds. Come here.
She's disappointed in you.
She's
disappointed in your stamina. She literally looked at her like,
I'm using 2 hands.
This is what happened. Baby, little baby. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, no, a joke I used to always make about like when Florida had like this no queer stuff in our schools bill, a joke I used to make all the time was like, if you can't be a pregnant teacher either, because that means you had sex. And
I don't like to think about that.
That's totally inappropriate for you to be pregnant and also teaching at school at the same time, because you're going to make all the children think about sex and how babies are made.
P.U.
Yeah.
Gross. Hate pregnant people.
Yeah.
With the adult clothing, you don't think putting it in the kids section of Target's a little bit twisted?
The way that they're doing it isn't always right, and they're fucking stupid. But
thank you.
Why?
The behavior.
I mean, he's wrong on this too, but whatever.
Bad.
Who cares?
Having a fucking pink shirt in the men's section isn't the agenda of Joe Biden controlling your brain. It's not.
That's not
the
what
way
I'm
they're
saying.
doing it isn't right, but the message is correct.
No. I used to wear the I Love Boobies bracelets too, the pink ones, and you know the breast cancer awareness. I used to wear it all the time.
Okay, but if it was I Was Dicks, you would fucking be up in arms about it. You're wearing I Love Boobies shit, but if it was I Love Dicks, you would be all up in arms about it, and you would say, kids should be wearing that. How can you even buy this? This isn't correct. But you know you'd be doing this.
XQC here made the argument that you also presented as well, which is that heteronormative markers of sexuality are seen as totally permissible around children. It's only a problem when it's a marker that is outside of heteronormativity.
Well, no shit. You know,
oh my so by default, you're saying
wow, Adin Ross is so fucking stupid that he literally got intellectually dicked down by a dude whose most famous debate move is doing the fucking worm. Okay? It's not even a trap that he laid down. He didn't even think that Adin Ross would not recognize that as he thought that like Adin Ross could probably see the inconsistency. Instead, Adin is so fucking stupid that he literally went, yeah, no, it's totally fine to wear a shirt that says I love boobs, but it's not fine to wear a shirt that says I love dick.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't know the worm?
No, what's the worm?
Oh my God. XQC famously debated and then absolutely destroyed Ethan Klein on the Reactgate conversation that was occurring, where he pulled
these two people.
He pulled the ultimate move, okay? And I mean it. Like, this is the ultimate debate move. No one has ever actually hit a move so fucking hard in a debate and immediately won.
Would rather watch me full screen cam do the fucking worm than watch your prime your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Okay, sure.
fucking own. Absolutely sure. You can see it in his face, dude. This is a man who's thoroughly, utterly defeated. Like, this is a pure victory.
That was pretty good.
For the juicers. Shai Halud.
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
You like it?
Yes, do that, bro. Do
it. Grabbing his dick.
Dude, I bet you fucking love it, man. This is the most content you've had in the past fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Obliterated. Everything that Ethan said up until this moment is totally insignificant in the face of the worm. Top tier debate move. No one has ever done it like him.
Do a week of no react content.
Oh man.
Out of Kaya hair on my ass.
She's actually not shedding that much right now too.
I remember at the gym it was like so
it
bad.
was so
like
much
there was
worse.
just fur flying into my water cup. Sorry. I'm very invested in this.
You need to lock in.
I am locked in.
Lock in.
Like, of course, it's way different.
No,
How is it different?
It's as simple as, oh, they're putting a pink thing in like the men's section. Is that they're encouraging men right, who are biologically men, who are born with penises and have the hormones of men.
That's a sex, not a gender. That's a sex.
Depending on your socialization or how you feel at the moment, you could now select your.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. The XQC, at least, like even though it's not like fully up to date with the best words to use in that circumstance, the fact that he like distinguishes between sex and gender,
I'm impressed.
Pretty fucking impressive. Yeah, it is actually really good.
I know a lot of people say it, but I've literally never thought about children's genitalia as much as these guys in this one conversation.
Dude, I know. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. They spend so much time talking about like baby dick. It's odd, bro.
Like you're literally thinking of a child's genitalia shopping at Target right now, and you're scared of a color.
Your gender after birth. That's what people talk about. We don't care about
that. That's a gender, not a sex.
Say again?
They have no idea. They're like, I've never even thought about the thing that you just said. That's awesome.
That a gender. You're talking about the
I'm a little worried. I don't know if XQC is going to be able to explain this concept well.
Biological, like you're born with a dick, right? And then you want to be a girl or whatever? Like, what are you talking about?
Right wingers spend more time thinking about my genitals, and I'm the one with gender dysphoria. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Right wingers, depending on like the level of insanity that they're operating on, unironically think about trans shit way more than trans people. Because trans people got a lot of other stuff that occupies their mental space. You know what I mean? Like Hearts of Iron. Or whatever kind of sex mod that they want to use on Fallout New Vegas.
Elden Ring.
Or, Elden Ring is another one. Hyperpop. And Who's Really Poppin'. Yeah. Lego. Trains. You know, various different autistic interests. These are the things that trans people have to think about on a daily basis. So, of course, there's not enough space left up there for, like, whatever the latest happenings is in the trans existence field.
I wasn't expecting you to be funny. You just like say everything in the same tone, so I always think you're lecturing me, but that was really funny.
Thank you. You're welcome. That's kind of how I that's what I do. Anyway, let's continue.
Am I wrong? A gender is like a social construct.
All right, see, we're on two different. Hey, listen, let me tell you this. If I meet a man and he tell me that him being a man is a social construct, I slap the shit out of him. No, you're a fucking man. Okay?
DJ Academics, what do you mean you slap the shit out of someone? Shut the fuck up. Like, what kind of, first of all, it's just like, you're not tough. Like, what are you talking about? The only thing you're slapping is your meat to the latest Drake album, okay? That's the only fucking thing you're slapping. What the fuck do you mean you slap the shit out of a man?
Can I have a lore check?
What?
Who the hell is he?
DJ Academics?
Yes. Look, like I said, I treasure my mental health.
He's a fellow Rutgers graduate and also a HasanAbi fan, apparently, according to him. Oh. Very famous for really escalating conflict in the rap game, specifically talking about like the, I guess, criminal components of rap music. A bit of a fed in that regard. And he first rose to prominence as in his like war in Chirac coverage.
He's really not talking a lot about rap right now.
No, he's not. He's now more of like a right wing guy a little bit. But back then he was though.
Right wing shit. Are they all just like? I just don't. I feel like that's a last ditch effort to hold on to a career.
No, but he was already like very right. Like his. Whenever he talked about like rap music and like any kind of like gang activity surrounding rap music, he was already like hitting it from a very right wing angle. But yeah, that's it. As someone who used to watch Adin Ross back in 2021 when he was somewhat entertaining, I find it very goofy that he's now a right winger who spreads hate towards the LGBTQ. When in 2021 he was quite literally playing into the role of acting gay or sus around his friends and music artists. And at that time, he also said he gave money to LGBTQ charities, which I don't know how valid this charity thing is. No, he didn't say he gave money to LGBTQ charities. He said he gave money to the LG charity. Famously.
LG?
He's just Diet Keemstar for the rap game, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're on two different. Hey, listen, let me tell you this. If I meet a man and he tell me that him being a man is a social construct, I slap the shit out of him. No, you're a fucking man. Okay? Yo, if God made you with a dick and a balls, you're a man. I don't care. I don't care what you think about yourself. You need to go deal.
I mean, God gave you a dick and a balls, I suspect, and you're barely a man, so I don't know.
With that, you need to go to Christ or anybody else. Allah, anybody. You got dick and balls, you are a man. There ain't no social construct. Biology tells me what you are. You got a pussy, you a woman. You got a dick, you're a man. Again, we could make up these other rules, but that is the ground rules, brother. Like this whole, oh no, it's construct. It's like, dog, all right, I'm a penguin. Am I a penguin?
No.
What top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? Because my top 5 is Drake.
A sleepy boy. That's it's
I know
iconic.
he watched that Drake leak at least 20 times.
Oh, yeah. No, he was.
Maybe in the hundreds. Maybe we're in the hundreds.
Yeah, that Drake leak was actually not even a leak for him. Drake actually was sending his dick to DJ Academics directly. That's who he was sending it to. He leaked it. Oh.
Real recognize real. I'm not a bad person. For anyone saying I'm homophobic, I literally am donating percentages of my stream revenue to you know, the LG community. I'm donating to a bunch of other communities.
Just the lesbians and gays. Just the lesbians. Oh, I love
the
that
LG
company.
community, dude. Chaebol.
All gay people are getting TVs. Look on your chair right now. You have a TV.
Hell yeah.
Sorry,
that was back.
straighties.
That's when I was back in Texas. God, I was so fat back then. It's crazy. Looking back at it now, that was like right at the peak. That was like when it was just opening up after COVID. It was crazy. Anyway, let's continue.
What X is saying is, so sex is male or female,
Right.
So you're correct, Ak and Adin. There's male and there's female.
Yes, there is. There's two
sex,
genders.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the biological attribute, right?
Correct.
Male and female. That's sex.
Yes.
Gender. See, like there's a miscommunication and misunderstanding of gender versus sex. Sex is.
There we go. My man. Hey. The big ape awoken. Pop off.
Female or male. You understand? So when you guys say there's two,
of course I understand.
When you guys say there's two genders, you're referring to as two sexes, right? Gender is actually a social construct.
There you go. So
How can Tran understand this stuff? I think you guys forget that, like, Tranrex is like, sure, he's like a ultra misogynist for most of his career, but also is like very woke on gay shit. Like, he's always, dude, this is a man who's talked about fantasizing about sucking cock on hours on end. So like he understands that gay shit like nobody's business.
He's one of us, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Always talking about sucking cock.
why tell me I'm wrong about this? I was wrong about that.
Behaviors and certain things of certain different, right? Like, so when you say is there two genders, what you mean are there two sexes? Yes, there's two sexes. There's male and there's female. You understand? So like you're both arguing two different things. That's
academics. Stop. Academics. Have you ever gone to a gender reveal party? We don't call it a sex reveal party. You call it a gender reveal party.
Fucking owned. Dude, that's right, baby. Yup. Dude, that's it. It's destroyed. Left wing destroyed. God, he's so brilliant. This is why I love right-wing thoughts and right-wing opinions, because everyone will always be like, why don't you find a smarter interlocutor to debate against? And why did you bring this fucking dumbass on board to present right-wing ideas? And it's like, it's because the dumbest person can still absolutely channel the essence of right-wing sentiment, and the arguments don't get better. Okay? It's the same argument. That's it. That literally is always the same. That's why back in the day, when I used to debate people in my Discord all the time, which is a big mistake. I used to do this shit all the time. And one thing I very quickly found out is that like people would always want to debate me. I'd bring them on.
Well, that's like the opposite of therapy.
Yeah, I would. Exactly. It was awful. I would debate them. I would fucking, humiliate them. And then other people in the chat would be like, no, that guy was too dumb. Like, no, debate me instead. I got way smarter opinions. And then I would just keep doing the same thing over and over again because the talking points don't change. They're just regurgitating the same fucking 8 different talking points over and over again. There's no like critical thinking beyond that at all. So every single time I would bring another person up, I would debate them, humiliate them, and then another person would be like, no, that guy was dumb. Debate me instead. Only until they were on the Discord server getting fucking owned in a similar capacity. That's it.
I think you should debate me instead.
What do you want to debate on? I would debate you on the efficacy of avoiding the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. What do you think about this?
I think gay people are okay.
Absolutely not.
Guys, I just got absolutely fucking owned.
There it is. Gay people are okay. Wrong. They are not okay. My counterpoint is Austin Show exists. All right.
I saw your TikTok the other day of you reacting to Will and Austin having fun little girl time in the bathtub.
That was fucked up what he did to me.
Okay.
It's fucked up what he did to me. Messed up. All right, here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Thank you for the gifted subs. This isn't my channel, but...
King Harry, thank you for the 20 gifted. And Anti-Materia, thank you for the 10 gifted, allowing 30 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour.
That's why it's called a social construct.
Eric, no, he capping because put it like this. If you meet some of these grown-ass niggas who think they females, if you ask them what sex they are, they're not going to say they're actually male. They're going to say they're a female. They want to identify
on all the government forms you filled out. Does it not say sex M/F?
We're not talking about government forms. Respectfully, government form. We're talking about, like, I completely get your argument and you're right. But the people we're talking about, they want to be able to pick not only gender but sex. They're picking.
That doesn't seem right.
Have you met someone
that's so funny? That's yeah, dude. That's why trans people say they're trans people. That's like there's a difference between being trans and being cis. The difference is like marginal. It's not that significant overall because if you're a trans woman, you're still a woman. If you're a trans man, you're still a man. But like the notion that like, no, you don't understand actually. Let me tell you, the trans understander. Trans people are actually trying to change their sex. The fuck are you talking about? You are just so oblivious.
Am I just stupid or is he just really hard to follow?
I mean, I think maybe it's because I'm so fucking brain broken that like.
No, I think I'm brain broken because I can't even listen to somebody say
no, you're normal. You shouldn't be able to follow their train of thought because it's like really dumb. The only reason why I can and many in this community can is because we've heard it a million times over. So we know exactly what like logical traps there are in this conversation, and we know how to follow the fucking talking points because we've heard it a million gorillion times over.
Let's go, guys. I'm normal. Can't speak for the rest of y'all, but I'm good. I'm straight.
I gotta be clear because I know I'm still on Twitch. Trans, and if do you think they identify like, oh, I'm actually a male sex-wise, but I consider myself as a woman? They don't. They call themselves a woman and a female. That's a fact. Why y'all acting like they still consider themselves a male?
They still mean the gender though. Like, and if they don't, they're wrong. But that doesn't. Why do you feel so enraged and compelled to write them? That's the
trans women always calling themselves females. That's what I see all the time.
Bro, it's just so crazy.
Yo, DJ Academic saw a Liv Agar tweet and was like,
I miss her.
he saw a tweet. He saw a tweet from Liv Post. He was like, "Wait a minute, what? this trans woman is calling herself a female. What's that about?"
Government's fucking thing to do that. If they misrepresent themselves on a government form, they're now wrong. That's fucking illegal. If they say sex and they misrepresent themselves, that's actually wrong. Why do you feel like you have to go, no, you are this, you are that? Yo, chill the fuck out, bitch ass. Chill out.
Correct them. I don't feel compelled to correct them. I'm just showing the fallacy in what you just tried to explain.
Not a fallacy.
And you know, well, maybe not you, but Trainwreck said, well, you know what? You guys are right. Sex, there's only two sexes, but you could have multiple genders because that's a social construct. I'm telling you that usually if someone, and by the way, I'm not even passionate about this, truth be told. But like,
yeah, he's just yapping. I don't even care. But like, also, I'm gonna say some heinous shit, and it's also totally uneducated. But honestly, it doesn't really matter either because that's how this is. That's how this works. You don't have to know anything about the issue. You just need to present yourself as having strongly held convictions, devoid of facts, and maybe even you don't even have to even care about it. You could just present yourself as though you do care, and then that's it. We'll yap for hours on it.
But usually, if someone was born, right, a female, they was born with a pussy, right? If they want to now identify as a man, they're not gonna then tell people, I am a female by sex, but I am a man by gender.
Because they're acting in a social way with other social beings, using a social construct to fucking communicate. They're using a social construct to communicate, not some biological fucking markers. Holy shit. How hard is it to understand it? What the fuck?
Listen, I'm going by your own metrics, though. Your own metrics said that one of them was biological, right? And then the other, so one is biological, and then the other is actually social construct, right? So you said male or female biological, right?
I never thought I would see the day where XQC is like doing a really good job of defending like trans existence and like trying to explain it to just the absolute dumbest people.
They're just regurgitating the same points and
it's just like devoid of facts. It's just
I like how he keeps on saying, like, if a trans person is around me, I'm gonna say this or do this. No trans people want to be around you by choice. It is not gonna be by choice. He doesn't got to worry about trans people being around him.
It's very humble of you not to take the smallest amount of credit. I'm not taking any credit in this. This is ridiculous. You're ridiculous for saying I should take credit for this.
Yes.
XQC is genuinely interested in this stuff on his own. Okay, who's to say that he got any of these ideas from me? He could have gotten it from other people that he watches as well.
Man or woman or whatever is more of a social construct. I'm telling you that those people who identify as such, they don't make that distinction. They're not going to be like, I'm a male that identifies as a woman. They usually say, I am a female.
Wait, so I have a question for
It's insane that you guys are so mad about some girl or some guy saying it. Some guy saying it, oh, I'm a girl. Then fucking Kanye saying, I'm a god. It's like, you guys are so selective in your outrage. It's fucking insane.
I only care about kids, bro. Leave the kids. He left. I only care about leaving the kids out of it, bro. I just got mad about the Target shit, and I get mad about, you know, like having puberty blockers for kids. That's all I get mad about.
Yeah, he's mad about Target. He's saying that he thinks that Target should have never had a pride section that featured children's clothes. That's it. I'm sure he would never think about this ever if it wasn't for that. Except until the next thing that like right-wingers talk about nonstop that he wants to chirp about.
That doesn't.
Yeah, Uzi the Goat selling MB merch at Coachella. That was the other thing that was like very interesting because Lil Uzi Vert is someone who has collaborated with Adin Ross. Adin Ross loves dick riding every fucking celebrity into oblivion, and like he loves Lil Uzi Vert, and Lil Uzi Vert is non-binary, so maybe they should have a conversation with Adin.
Happen though. It's like
it does. Some parents allow.
I said it. Give me statistics. I said, give me examples. What did he give me articles. You have given me.
You said, give me statistics, give me examples, give me articles about why you're what?
Oh my God, you're like actually translating.
What? Yeah, this
Holy
is
fuck.
yeah. About why. What do you call it? About why you think this is like such a big problem.
Nothing.
I'll tell you what. Because I'm not informed. I don't really spend all my time doing this.
He's also bringing up the point that it's like, why are you so fucking butthurt? Why are you bent out of shape if you don't have any information whatsoever? Like, you don't even have. You have these firmly held convictions about an issue that, one, has nothing to do with you altogether, and two, you don't even have any sort of factual basis to feel some type of way about it.
Just give me one.
I'll find some. If I really take time to Google it, I can. I saw a number saying 17,000, but I want to look into it before I really use it as evidence.
So you're pushing a narrative with no knowledge, no statistics, and no examples.
But XQC, if you don't think there's ever been a minor that's taken puberty blockers, it's a no.
Okay, and you were mad about the tattoos earlier. And how many minors get tattoos?
I don't agree with that though. I think minors should just not drink, any type of tattoos, any permanent.
You don't seem to be very vocal about that though.
I just said that I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any permanent damage with minors. I think when you're 18 and 21, that's when you start drinking and smoking weed and doing permanent damage to your body. I don't think that you'd get into those things at a young age. I don't know.
That is a good summary, but the man with half the facts in the heated debate with man with zero facts absolutely fucking destroyed Adin Ross. The man with half the facts destroyed here, cleared. Props, big props to XQC.
Okay. Well, but like I'm telling you, these things are not happening at a rate or at a density, which it's a problem.
But it happens.
These are outliers that are
but
problematic.
It's growing. It's growing though.
How is it growing?
The fact that Target is even allowing an LGBTQ section in the kids section is crazy.
Some kid isn't going.
That is so irrelevant to fucking even the puberty blockers conversation. That's like, what the fuck are you saying, dude?
So if Target removed everything, what would they argue about then?
They will find another thing to argue about.
No,
which they
impossible.
did. They literally did do that. They famously got one can by Dylan Mulvaney, the trans content creator TikToker.
No, I literally heard if you drink Bud Light, it turns you trans.
Yeah, like they very quickly moved away from Target when Bud Light made the mistake, I guess, of making one singular can with trans TikToker Dylan Mulvaney's face on it.
Love her.
And then they were like, it's over. Oh my God, Bud Light. Like, we have to do everything we can to stop this madness.
Going in there and his life is transformed and now he's like a fairy dust because he saw some fucking rainbow, dude. Holy shit.
That's not the point.
My kid saw a rainbow, he's now a fucking fairy. Like Christ, dude.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm really not. What I'm trying to say is just, I'm cool with whatever. I get what you're saying, by the way.
He's not cool with whatever.
Nope.
I don't think so.
No.
How you're talking about sex and gender, I do get that take, what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, what I agree with Axe saying too, like if you are biologically born as a female and you transition to a male, you're still transitioning to a male. But I'm gonna leave that topic because you guys had it. I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
you guys got mad. You guys got enraged and pressed over that. I don't care.
I'm not
I don't care about the kids. I only care about the kids. I only care about.
Bro, Adin, once again, I'm going to reiterate this position that I started off this conversation with, but it has to be said once again. Adin Ross has single-handedly caused permanent damage to an entire fucking generation of children. The fact that he's over here talking about oh, I care about kids is insane to me. Okay? Whether it be crippling gambling addiction, like a lifelong life of potentially having gambling addiction, or any number of different awful behaviors that he has promoted to children, him and Andrew Tate are literally so much worse than any number of different things that are actually harmful to children. You know what I mean? Obviously, kids seeing like queer representation in media is not harmful to children at all. It's actually quite the opposite, but you know, it's weird to hear the guy who like showed porn to his child audience turn around and be like, I think children are.
Was it straight porn?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay, then we're fine.
Yeah, that's good, right?
No,
You're right.
No, we're all good.
You know, children. I think just children should be left out of any agenda, really.
Out of all issues with kids, right? there's a lot of pressing matter.
Yeah, here is Adin Ross's effect on children. A viewer on Adin Ross's stream decided to drive their car into a lake and got arrested shortly after.
Let's go. It's full silent. Let's go.
What the fuck? Bro! What the fuck? What the fuck? Keep going! Bro, what the fuck? Oh my god! No! No! No!
Get out! Get out! The fuck? It's get out!
He's already out. He's already out.
Oh, bro!
It's done. Oh my god, that bitch floating like wave, bro. Should I go in the water? That shit's floating. No, man. It's gone. Bro.
Adin Ross also told his fans in one of these other like making my fans dance like little monkeys challenges that he does to throw piss on their brother, like just piss in a bottle and just like chuck it at their brother or sister. It got so out of control that there was a point I remember because I was weirdly, I guess, involved in it without my knowledge, but there was a dude who literally was like, yeah, my brother listens to gay ass shit. He listens to Hasan all the time, and I think he was yeah, what was it? Hold on. Adin Ross tells viewer to slit his brother's throat, a HasanAbi fan, for $20K. Aw, clip was deleted. Aw, well, let's see if it's archived.
Bro, I'm so glad I live under a rock.
All right, I gotta hide this shit. I gotta hide this shit behind this shit.
He's a something? Bro, if you slit his throat, I think I'll give you 20K.
Bro,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, I gotta hide this shit. I gotta hide this shit behind this shit.
Listen, he's a something? Bro, if you slit his throat, I think I'll give you 20K.
I think.
Bro, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, get him.
I gotta get everything
out
ready.
of context. Totally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you think he means when he said, "Oh, is he a Hasan fan? Slit his throat. I'll give you $20,000."
Great question.
Like what? Like in what context do you think he was saying that? You think?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here I stand, owned right before you.
Can you make more lighting in your room? Lighting in your room?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I got you.
And just make sure when you put the pee on his face, we see the front of him, like the front of his face.
Yeah.
We see his reaction.
Okay. He's gonna like be pissed. Yo, he is.
I don't care. He's a Hasan fan.
I'm gonna go get him.
I don't care. All right. Yeah. Now I don't even feel bad. Chat, do you guys feel bad now? Yes or no? I won't spam no. Like now you guys.
Yeah, chat, spam yes or no. Do you feel bad? I don't know how to feel about this.
Your Honor, my client was just being a little silly. All right.
Yeah, he's being a little goof. He's being a little goofball.
Hey, bro.
This guy, I think, is the same demon that got banned recently on Kick, which is a very rare phenomenon.
He got banned?
Yeah, for a couple days. For a couple days.
Only a couple days?
Yeah. What did he do? Oh, he told a 12-year-old he would rape them.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, just some cool stuff. I mean, yeah, this is certainly not brain poisoning our youth and even adults, whoever the fuck is watching, to be honest.
Your Honor, he was not being silly in that moment. Actually, just send him to jail.
Got arrested recently? Yeah.
What did he do to get arrested?
I think he was like filming in Dubai, is that what Chad was saying? He was.
I do not feel sorry for that man.
Anyway, all right, that's cool. He had a heated gaming moment. Top guy did revenge porns. Wait, what? Who the fuck is that guy? He's a guy too? Why are these all... These are all guys in their own way?
Wait, isn't that the guy who like was streaming on Kick and like invited a lady of the night over?
Was that
like,
him? I don't know. There's so many of them.
Wait, wasn't he bald? I can't remember.
You watched the YouTube vid? Wait, this is that guy? This is the guy this is the other guy.
No, who?
There's a guy on Kick that would like secure child porn from children on Omegle and did it like like as a part of his content, and did it live, as a matter of fact, and it would urge his viewers to go and like he would paywall the child porn, the revenge porn from children, knowing full well that they're underage, knowing full well that they're children. Adin admitted paying Cheezer, top right, to put peanut butter and let his dog lick it off. Anyway, but that guy isn't any of these guys. There was a video on it, and I think this guy was no. That is a different guy. That guy's called Citrus, Adin's top mod. Oh, okay, never mind. This is, so he had a paid Discord server, whatever. It's none of these guys. It's just another kick streamer. However, in that video, there was also another guy that was featured that was Adin Ross's top mod and assistant or something. And that other guy had, I think, like, leaked a girl that he had a conversation with on Omegle. And, like, then his fan base found out who she was and was, like, sending the revenge porn to her family and just like, you know, doxing her and shit, and she was suicidal. So it's the other guy.
Oh,
but none of those guys are this guy, I don't think. He streamed her flashing without telling her he was live.
Oh my God.
Yeah. As we are probably having this conversation, there are cake streamers that are doing, most likely, exactly the thing that we're talking about.
Maybe it's good that Omegle went
Top
down.
right guy invited Nick Fuentes, who is a Nazi, on recently for 45K live viewers, mostly children. Well, 45K, mostly bun. That's the one good part about this whole process, is that, like, it's probably more like 1K and not 45K. This happened yesterday during XQC's Adin live stream as well.
I'm a changed man, actually. I'm reformed.
You are. Good job, bro.
Happy birthday, Hitler, man. The thing is, not rest in peace, but just remember what he did and remember how he was remembered. Like every
Jesus Christ.
In a bad way, not a good way. A lot of things, though. He was a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of things.
What did he do? That was
Bro, does something happen when you're like streaming on Kick where you just become evil? Like, what is it? I don't understand.
Just for a bunch of like 10-year-olds to go pog one time?
Like, what the fuck? That's it. Like, what happens?
I can't wait until some people's digital footprint comes back and haunt them.
Adin Ross's best friend Cheezer tells him Hitler saw the vision and claims Jews have corrupted America. Twitter.
Dude, I want to wear this hat so bad.
It's a battle to show a bunch of 12-year-olds who can be the most edgy. What the fuck is happening, dude? It's one of those situations where I'm glad that I don't really see any of this shit, and the accidental instances where I do see
this is my
this
accidental
shit,
instance.
I'm just like, I don't like it. It's fine.
With children and education and young age stuff, and the how vocal people are about the actual problems compared to this is at a smaller proportion, and it's ridiculous. If you actually care about the kids, you would care about all the other shit that's way more pressing, way bigger. That's fucking those lives forever than this shit. This shit is like a grain of salt in the beach, and you're making a big song and dance for this one thing. When people are fucking dying, it's insane. It's like ridiculous.
X, do you notice when you debate something, what you do? What you do is you like to throw in other things, like Kanye is a god or whatever.
No.
X, I'm saying no kid. I'm bringing up the tattoos. No kid deserves to do tattoos. No kid deserves to do this, that, anything. I'm just saying on this specific topic, because it's brought up and we're speaking about it, kids should not be walking into a Target and seeing a gay section.
Understood. I didn't.
That's all I'm saying.
The same way. You're right.
The same way it should be.
Okay, the rest of this conversation is stupid, and I'm going to.
You have a whole ass trophy on the ground?
Yeah. That's how much of a fucking baller I am. I don't even care. It's like on the ground. Thanks for noticing. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me at all, actually. It's a little deal.
A little
guy.
Deal. Mm-hmm.
Such not a big deal that the other one was stolen, as a matter of fact, by Carl Jacobs. I had 2 of them.
Oh, you had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 would have looked really good on your floor.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. It's nothing to me. These things are Nothing to me.
I love this hat.